Faded love sitting at home.
Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day and a great week. Welcome to my channel. So today I'll be discussing with you guys my favorite books that I have read over the years. I have been loving reading a lot. Like, I prefer books over movies because I like to imagine stuff myself rather than thinking it in one specific way. If you read a book, there are different perspectives of different people, so that's something that I really love. So today I'll be sharing with you all my favorite books. I currently have 8 picks, so I've picked 8 books that I have read and loved. So starting off with number 8, yeah, I want to go from from down to the top, because the first one, you're gonna love it, and I'm gonna have to say it's pretty underrated. I never heard of the book as a pretty famous book or anything, but when I read it, it is such an amazing book. Like, it's amazing. You're gonna love it. So starting off with number 8, I have Thea Stilton, Big Trouble in the Big Apple, and I only have this book. I also had the Star Castaways. I probably gave it to a friend and forgot about it. Yeah. So this is the book that I have. It's basically from Geronimo Stilton. There are different reasons for you to like a book. So for this book, if you see the text in it, it's written in this sort of doodle type of thing. That's something that's really creative, and taking the characters as mice and not as actual humans, making the mice act as humans. It was creative for me, and I really love this kind of creative stuff. So definitely this is number 8. Number 7, this is something that all of us have heard about in school. We've read this book in school. Even if you've not, I'm pretty sure you've heard about this book, and it is The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Marie Frank. It's honestly so good. I don't know if it says it doesn't say on the back of the book, but I read in an article that if she hadn't died, she would have probably had, a fledgling, a very successful career in the literature field. And I agree with that. This girl was talented, okay? Without top class education, she wrote all this in her diary, and it is so beautifully written, and you can actually feel she's expressing it through words. You can feel what she felt back then through the words in here. So definitely this is a must read. So on number 6 now is Calling Sehmat. I actually don't have the hard copy of the book. I read the book on Kindle. Have you watched the movie Razi, starring Alia Bhatt? That movie is based on a woman who worked in the intelligence bureau and had her life on the line for the nation. It's a beautiful story. So this book was written by a reporter who was probably very curious about the case. So he went to Sehmat's house after a bunch of years. So he went to his house and got all the information and wrote a book on it. So one fact about the book is that if you see the cover of the book, it's the back of her head with a dupatta, because there's a reason for it. The reporter was asked by Sehmat herself to not reveal her face, because she if you saw the movie, you know what happened in the end. She was really sad after everything that happened, so she didn't want her true identity to be revealed to the world. So she asked the reporter not to show her face over there. So that's why this is one of the reasons that her face is not yet revealed. So yeah, that's definitely number 6 for me. Number 5 for me right now definitely is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Please excuse the condition and the look of the book. It's a borrowed book. I have a lot of friends who are book lovers, so we always, keep sharing books, and sometimes this happens. Exactly how the title says, it's literally what happens in the book. There is a monk who sold his Ferrari. That's what happens in the book. Yeah, it is very famous. Like Robin Sharma, the author, he's amazing. The book is very famous all around the world, and I will say it deserves the fame. In my opinion, it deserves the fame. Okay, this book is so amazing, so magical. The way it's written, beautiful. I definitely recommend you to read this book. Right. Number 4. All the books that I have ever read are basically, based in the States or in India, from where I am. This book is based in Japan, and Japan is my dream place, like my number one, my dream travel place. It's Japan. I love Japan for so many reasons, and so this is one of the books that I really love. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I saw Prajakta Kohli's review on this book. Yeah, mostly sane. I'll tag her in the description box. So I saw her review on the book so many times. Like, I saw that video like probably 15 times, and it told me that, Harman, you have to get this book. So after that I did. This is the book, Murakami's Norwegian Word. Haruki Murakami is the author of this book. The book's name is Norwegian Word. There is also a movie based on the book. If you're not into books, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, if you're not a book lover, go watch the movie. Do not get involved with the book. Let me show you how wide the spine of the book is. Look at this. This book is 400 pages long. It is written in such depth, such detailing. But you know what? The way it is written, you're not even gonna realize when you finished like 50 pages. You're gonna feel like you finished like 10 pages. You're already gonna go through a bunch of them. So another thing about this book is that the way Haruki Murakami has written this book, it really feels like it is autobiographical. Like the narrator of the book was the author at some point, but in the author's note it says it's not. So that was really magical. Like the way Haruki Murakami has written the book, it really feels like he has written from his perspective. He has experienced everything that's written in the book. So I definitely recommend you to read this. It's amazing. Next up is The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. So this is the cover, and again, this is a borrowed book, pretty bad condition. Excuse me for that. Some pages are pretty worn out, but it is an amazing book. So The Secret is basically something, it's not like a novel, it's not like an informative book. I really liked the way this book is presented and written. This consists of different topics and famous people's perspectives on those topics. So there are little paragraphs written separately which are people's opinions on the following topics, and I was really like I really thought this was very, very creative. So I definitely recommend reading this book. It talks about a lot of stuff that you ignore in your daily life that can be used so much. Number one thing for me that I read in this book was the law of attraction. You can achieve anything with the law of attraction. The way it tells you, please read this book. Sorry if I gave you any spoilers, but this book is worth a read. So please go and read this book. Number 2, drum roll please, is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This is such an amazing book. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is the first book, I won't say book, the first novel that I have ever finished on my own. I was like, I always loved reading, but whenever I would start a novel, there was no way that I could complete it till the last word. I have read this book inside out, every single word. This is so amazing. Uh, I don't want to give any spoilers, but it is written in a very simple manner, and you know what? You're gonna love it. You're gonna love the book. And the ending of the book, I did not. I mean, I am a little disappointed with the ending. It's just my opinion. Do not like take it seriously for like a general opinion. It's my opinion. I was a little disappointed with the ending because the ending was something that I had in my mind already from like from a lot of pages back. So I was a little disappointed. I wanted there to be I wanted a turn to be there or something. Like I wanted it to be a fun ending, but the ending was something that I had already imagined in my mind, and it turned out the same way. So I was a little disappointed, but it's still worth a read. That's why it is on number 2. Okay, number 2. This is an amazing book. Number 1, as I said, it is very underrated. Like, unlike The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, which is worldwide known, every person knows about the book. I don't think a lot of people know about this book, and it is The Rules to Break by Richard Templar. This is such an amazing book. You know, you always told that rules are meant to be broken. Here, and no one, you know what? No one tells you which rules are to be broken, and you technically take it as a school, you know, like law breaking kind of thing, rule breaking kind of thing in school. But this book tells you what rules you're supposed to break, and after they are broken, what is the thing that you're supposed to follow. This is so amazing. So I don't want to open the book because it's gonna give you a really you know, a big spoiler, and I don't want to do that. So it basically tells you there's one rule that you're told. So for example, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. There is nothing like that written in the book. So yeah, as you're told, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now if it would be written as the rule you're told, now there would be a complete chapter based on that from the author's perspective, and then at the end there would be a small box where the author will tell you what you're supposed to follow after you're breaking that rule. And it's so amazing, so many different perspectives. It has 100 different chapters, which basically means 100 different rules. Please read this book. This is so amazing. That's all I can say about this book. I don't want to give you any spoilers. Please go and read this book. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please, you know what, no one sponsored me for this video, no one forced me to use these books. These are my true opinions about these books. So please go and read these books. If you do, please tell me in the comments, any of my social medias, please. So that's a wrap for today. I'll meet you guys next time. Bye.